I'm trying to get myself together. I feel like I sound ill, but I'm not feeling ill. Very weird right now. Anyway, we've got books. We've got reading to do. It's time for the first reading vlog of the year. So let's get into it. We don't have time to waste. I am challenging myself to read for 24 hours. Don't even think it. I am not reading for 24 hours straight because sanity is important to me and I have other things I would like to do throughout the weekend. So I'm setting a 24-hour timer and then I am making sure that I'm reading for ample amount of time so that I can get through these particular books. This is my motivation. I want to get these done in the month of January. Let's talk about what they are. Sinful Redemption by Asia Monique. This is book 2 in the Mafia Misfits series. As you can see, my bookmark is already in here. I am 10 chapters in already. I started this book quite some time ago and then I had to restart it because I had so many other things going on. I had the Colombia trip and then I came back and then I still wasn't really on YouTube and I also wasn't really reading that much anymore. So here we are. And I want to get 100 pages done tonight. I'm having a good time already. Luca and Galena. This story follows Luca Moretti and Galena Whitlock. I like their interaction and their chemistry with one another. I like how Luca is a man of the people and the family, of course. I like that Galena is a woman about her career and keeping her family safe. Next, this one is another book 2 in a series. This is Pulling Doubles by CCJ or Christina C. Jones. I read Getting Schooled maybe late last year. I had a good time with that. Funny, the banter, it was good. This is more workplace enemies to lovers kind of situation, but the woman is friends with the female main character from book 1. The man, this is no surprise, the man is, well, he's familiar to us as well. So anyway, book 2. Have I started this one? Yes. Am I going to tell you where I am? Not until I'm ready to get into it. I feel like that's fair. Next, I know I'm going through this rapid fire, but because we have limited time to get into the books before I start getting sleepy. Anyway, so this next book, it's a big one. It's a heavy hitter. It's gonna take you on an emotional roller coaster. How I know that and I haven't read it yet? Because I've been in this community, okay? I've been in this series long enough to know what I'm in for. I know that you're gonna take us through it. I know that the happy ending is in here, but I also know that there's a lot of heartbreak to sift through. There's a lot of scandal. There's a lot of family drama. There's a lot of foolishness and lies that we got to get through in order to get to the happiness at the end. So is it going to be a rough one? I believe so. Is it the reason why this one has been pushed and pushed and pushed months down the line last year? Yes. Yes. Is this series one that puts people in a reading slump because they are emotionally drained? Yes. But I don't fall for that. Why? Because I have a solution to that for me. I can't say that it's going to help you, but I can tell you what I do when I get to that point. Revive Me Part 3 by J.L. Seegars. You're thinking, okay, well, if this is the last book, why are you being so dramatic? Does that say? That says the apology. We got to go through it first. We got to go through it before we get to the lovey-dovey stuff. It's not going to be a cakewalk. It's not going to be fun. It's going to be rough. It's going to be a lot. And JL, one thing she's going to do is give you all the pages. 462 pages. This is gonna be the whole 24 hours right here. But anyway, I went through it in Restore Me, which was book 1. I went through it in Revive Me Part 1, Revive Me Part 2, again the novella, and now here I am, Revive Me Part 3. We'll see. We'll see what I go through. This is what I have. Lastly, this is what I do with my novellas if I'm not in this novella trance where I just read all these novellas because I'm so consumed by the series. I don't even know if this is series related. I haven't looked into it. The cover is beautiful. It is breathtaking. It is outstanding. And it's a novelette. So between one or two of these books, I might need something short and sweet, like a dessert or like an appetizer to take me into the next thing. So I figured I would pick this up from my shelf, and it can be a part of the stack in case I have maybe an hour or so to get into the novelette. I keep wanting to say novella, it's a novelette. Those are the books. Those are the things. This is what we have. Let's go ahead, get your picture if you're into that sort of thing. We have Sinful Redemption, book 2 in the Mafia Misfits series. We have Pulling Doubles, book 2 in the Wright Brothers series. We have the novelette Mine by Talena Tillman. I didn't even tell you who it's by, but it's by Talena Tillman. And then we have Revive Me Part 3 by J.L. Seegars. Let's start reading. But why am I nervous? There it is. There it is. Here we go. Ah! Should I put my hair up now? Yes. Am I gonna put my hair up now? No, because lazy. Not Mr. I need you to myself without interruption. Okay. They're only at dinner, guys. They're only at dinner. Excuse me? We can't have nothing nice. We can't go to dinner peacefully. We can't just get where we're going peacefully. It's always ra-ta-ta-ta. You know what I mean? It's always something. It was too calm. It was too peaceful. It was too much fun. It was just a good time. And that's what we get for having a good time. We are criminals. Keep your head on the swivel. You know what I mean? Now we rolling around on the ground in the middle of the street. Like, okay. Good morning. I have realized that I haven't been in the zone. I haven't been attentive while reading because it should not feel like 2.5, 3 hours have passed and I've only read for 40 minutes. So I didn't even complete a whole hour yesterday before I was like, ooh, Netflix. And then I went to bed. So I can already tell that this video is going to span over the course of more than 3 days, but we move. So I have 7 minutes left in the first hour, and then we'll be working on hour 2. That is sad. That means my attention span is not where it once was when I first started this reading journey last year. So I am going to sit here. I'm really gonna lie down, but I am going to at the very least, get 2 chapters in my defense. The couple of chapters that I read last night, they were the longest chapters in the book, I feel like. And I was just like, wow, never ending, more than 6 pages. Am I there yet? But very action-packed, I will say. So it was a little bit of both. Then I'll be able to give you an update. And then from there, I need to film a video. I need to read again, study for an exam. Then I need to read again, and then I need to work out. Oh, I have returns to do. So, yeah. There we go. Yeah. Not much has happened. I can't chisel away at this book just an hour here, an hour there. I really need to sit down for a good chunk of time, but I know I have other things to do today. Let me start reading. Or do I want to finish that Netflix episode first? Would you read first or would you watch your show first? Let me see. How much time do I have left on my show? Let's just see. I got 16 minutes. I'm gonna finish the show and then read. Then call my mom and then read. Accidentally finished the episode and started another one, and now I'm halfway through that one. I'm gonna go read. Because I am toting this book around all day because it needs to be done. My attention span needs to get better. I don't know how I got like this in just a few months, that my attention span has just like gone out the window. Okay, I needed a little bit of sunlight. The room that you typically see me in is like a loft area, no windows, no nothing. So now I'm in my room and now the book is here. So I feel like this is a better experience. Am I doing everything before I even open the book? Yes, yes. But we're reading now. We're reading now. Okay, chapter 12, Luca's chapter. We have gone through this crazy part of the evening. We are now at the point where people are back in their respective places. So let's see what happens. Chapter 12. It's not long, but it's not short either. Chapter 13. I'm just gonna read. Oh, I thought you were in your room. You are in a stranger's room, watching them sleep. Okay, police? Because what? Not she even had the nerve to be snoring. You're mean. You're rude. How are there so many people entering this lady's home? She might need a new security system because the way that she is sleeping so hard and doesn't realize that multiple people have entered her home and are now aware that she is a snorer. I'm upset for her because that's nobody's that's nobody's business if she snores. Like, mind your business. You hear that? That's the sound of something I should not be eating. Anyway, so that is a cookie. Yep. I just finished my food while I was watching Netflix, and I have not made that much progress. I'm gonna be honest with you. This is actually harder than I thought, okay? So I'm gonna sit here until I finish the chapter that I'm in, and then I'm going to stay here until I read one more chapter, and then I'm allowed to drive away. Only then will I be allowed to drive away. Then I gotta go get gas and groceries. And I gotta go buy rum, and I gotta go buy wine because I'm making another black cake, and the recipe is almost where it needs to be. Every time I make this cake, I mail it to Florida so that my mom and my uncle can tell me what is right and what is wrong. Because nobody in my family thought, hey, maybe we need to write down the recipe. It was not passed on after my aunt. So it has been one of my personal challenges to either recreate childhood recipes or lock in the recipes that I know, because I want my children in the future, of course. I want my nieces and possibly future nephews to know how to make these things. And I can't just make it up on the spot. So I've been taking notes on what has been working, what has not been working, and hopefully this is the last attempt at it being right. I've been binge watching this show as if it's good. It's not that great, but there are a lot of heavy hitting actors in it. It's a mixture of things that are making this not as amazing as it could be, but I know that the actors in the show, they mean well. They mean well. It's just that the execution, it's a bit cheesy, isn't it? It's a bit odd. That's why I'm not even going to share what it is. I'm here with an update. No, I'm not being held hostage. I'm sitting on the floor because I'm waiting on my dough to rise. I'm making hamburger buns. That's not the point. Anyway, I am here to talk about something that is very important to me, and that's terms of endearment. We need to have a discussion about terms of endearment. I don't care what year it is. I don't care what era we're in. Baby will always be top tier term of endearment. Always. To me. I can only say that for me. What has upset my spirit for 2023 reading was Baby Doll. Oh, I don't like it. If you want me to cringe, put Baby Doll as the term of endearment in a book. If you want my skin to crawl, if you want me to put Baby Doll. And I'll read it, but I'm not gonna like that, you know? But baby, it gets me every time. It gets me every time. Okay, my timer's still going. Let me keep reading. What? Excuse me? I had to save the best for last. Okay. What? Asia. Let me pause my timer. I'm currently at, can you see that? Can you see that? Can you see that? We're paused at 18 hours left. Well done. Well done. Let me get up. I have to make this quick because I only have like a minute left on the SD card. So in a quick wrap up, right now, I feel like book 2 in the Mafia Misfit series is ranked #1 for me. I loved Enzo and Lucia's story, but something about Luca and Galena's story is hitting me right here in this area. It's getting me. The way Luca is very attentive, Enzo was attentive as well, but I feel like the connection that these two have, there's something about it that resonates with me. The rating will be high. I had a great time reading this. I really did. And to know that it took me a while to get back into reading for long stints of time. Wow. But I have ample amount of time to finish Pulling Doubles and to start and finish Revive Me Part 3. So I'll check in tomorrow. That was great. I feel good. That book ended on a great note for me. Yeah. Do I stay up and read that novelette? What do you think? Good evening, good afternoon, good gloomy Tuesday. So I just got off of work, but there are a couple things that we need to talk about. I accidentally left my timer running while I was working, so I did the calculations and I ended up making up for it by reading the rest of this long chapter in Pulling Doubles. So it was like chapter 6, I think it was. So anyway, I made up for it. But what I did finish today, I tried to start it last night, but I only read for like 10-15 minutes and then I went to bed. But look how beautiful. We already talked about how beautiful it is. Anyway, I'm gonna lead with the rating that I blurted out after I read the last line. Well, after I finished it, I blurted out 3. Please, please, please. I try my best not to look at other people's ratings before I complete the book because I don't want to be easily swayed and I don't want to be impressionable. But after I put my 3 in there, I was like, okay, let me see what the people are saying. Ooh, 4, 5. Did you read it? Anyway, the saving grace was the beginning because we were in this space of, well, what did he do? This is a second chance romance. What did he do? Why is she not talking to him? I mean, he came to her graduation. He was a little mad because somebody else was there, but he showed up. It was a promise that he kept no matter what stage of life they're in, he was going to show up for her on this particular day. Okay, cool. He did his part, but what did he do that was so bad and so terrible that you can't even look at him? You don't even want to talk to him. So it must be really bad. You did a really bad thing, whatever it is. And I can't really pick a side right now because I don't know what you did, but I can tell she is making you pay for it because the way that you're begging and pleading. And then I was wondering, why does she have her own security? Oh, okay, now I know. And I'm not going to spoil it because it's a novelette. Like it's an airport read. It's an in-flight read. It's something for the day. So I'm not going to give too much away on that. But the spice in this, whether it's with her and the man she's not talking to or the man that she had at the graduation, either way, whoever there was spice with, the spice was there. 3. We have about 15 hours and 49 minutes left. And the big boy is here. I've already done, you can kind of see them, my reading markers. That is a goal. And it's time. It's time. I decided to leave the rest of pulling doubles that I have to read. I want to say I have 4 or 5 chapters left. I need to know that. But I figured I would leave it for the end of my January reads or the end of this video, simply because this one is going to take me through it. We already talked about that. This one is going to take me through it. And because of that, we need to be in higher spirits when we go into the next month. And we can't be coming down from this emotional high to go into the next month. So with that, we need to lighten the mood. After this is already heavy, physically heavy. It's almost 500 pages. So we are going to get into the apology. No need for me to revisit the part 2 because I remember what you did. I remember what everybody did. I remember what people didn't do, and I remember the things that they did that they had no business doing. And I remember everything you said. Everything you said. And by you, I'm talking about that man in that house. I remember everything you said. And I remember what you did to that lady. I haven't forgotten. Haven't forgotten. Still upset with you. You were a little bit ridiculous in that last book. Downright absurd. But we're here now. I'm trying to move forward. And, oh gosh, Chris got the first chapter, Lord. We're going to be able to get through quite a bit because chapter 1 is only 1.5 pages. I'll feel progress is made once I read 1 chapter. I will let you know my initial thoughts of getting back into New Haven. Driving through the New Haven community is already stressing me out. And I haven't even gotten in the car yet, but I'm on my way to New Haven. I'll be back. Here you go again. I want her back. I want her back. Whole time you didn't have to do all of this. But anyway, time does not heal all wounds. Well, okay. Why is Curly's in disarray? Oh, okay. That's good. I don't know why I feel like he's going to bump into her here. Why do I feel this way? Is it too early for that? I don't know. Nothing yet. Nothing yet. Okay. I don't know. It's feeling like he is there. Hello. Good morning. If I look crusty and dusty, it's fine. I'm starting work a little bit early so that I can do some more work. I wanted to give you an update. I have about 13 hours left. And my sister is texting me pictures of my niece. I want to talk about what I have seen so far. I'm gonna make it short because again, I have to do my work. But Revive Me Part 3, I'm excited about, even though I'm also concerned because I don't know what hills and valleys we have to go through before we get to the happy ending. But I will say I am excited about it because you have followed these characters for books and books and books. And given the fact that Restore Me was book 1 in this series, you know bits and pieces about Mallory in that book. So you kind of knew what she looked like and what she was about, but you didn't really have much to go off of other than she loves switching up her hair and she is related to the person in book 1. That is kind of what we knew. We didn't know much. We knew she went through a bad breakup and then something happened when everybody went out. But that was it. And now we're getting to the part where we can have Mallory and Chris's side of that night out. We're not there yet, but we're on our way. And I like that because it fills in the gaps from all the other books because we don't really get to hear what, if the camera is shaking, it's because I'm holding it up and it's heavy. But anyway, it's nice to finally get those gaps filled in because you're curious, but it's like, okay, but I need to wait until I get through the rest of the series to find out like what happened that night. It was a whole lot of running around. It was a whole lot of like leaving the table, running after her. And I'm like, what happened with them? And we needed to get through all of that madness to get to the point where we're at now. And I am maybe five, 6 chapters in, even though I wanted to be 10 chapters in by yesterday. I decided to make Italian urban cheese bread. Anyway, so that's where I am with it right now. I'm really excited. I think this one and Revive Me Part 1 will be my highest ranking books in the series. I think. I'll have to go back and look and see what I rated the other ones, but this is feeling like it's going to be highly rated. That's what I think. I don't think I'm going to switch up my look for my work day. Do I have a meeting today? I forgot to tell you that my timer got closed. So I had to put back the 14 something hours. So now I'm down to 13 something. I apologize for how zoomed in. Listen, we're here, okay? I'm in the story. And I am currently in the POV of Chris, yes. And here's my thing. We need to be honest. We need to be honest. You don't have endless amount of time in your life, okay? And one thing that gets me riled up about people in general, because I don't want to just put it on men, but let the statistics show it's mostly them. But you do not have all the time in the world. And for you to think that you can sit around plotting and scheming to make your life better, to get to the point where the love of your life will be where you want her to be, that's a lot of time passing for what you had going on, sir. And it's crazy for you to think that how you left us in the last book was going to just suffice. To be sitting around for years is crazy. And the fact that the heart wants what the heart wants, so sitting is what I must do, it is so annoying. It is so annoying because you're living your life, maybe heartbroken, maybe, oh, you know, I'm giving her space, I'm giving her time. That lady wants to be loved, honestly, truly, immediately, by you. And you are years and you are miles and miles away, crying, doing your residency, getting on my nerves, aggravating me. Let me set this timer again. Let's get back to it. Yes, I want your forgiveness and I want you. No, you don't get to say you'd find me in the darkest part of the night like we don't both know that you're the one who keeps leaving me there. You buried me with your secrets and your hopes and your promises that you can never seem to keep. And then you come back here after 4 years of silence and expect me to be thankful that you remembered how to find your grave. You know what? Get it off your chest, Mal. Get it off your chest. Oh, the timer. I have to show you what it is. Can you see that? But in the midst of me trying to look a little bit better than earlier today, because I have been studying for this exam, I've been passing my quizzes, so that's great. Let's talk about this. Let's talk about this. Mallory. Mallory, the way you ended that chapter just now, I can't believe you did that. I can't believe you said that. The fact that you got so caught up in the moment, you got so caught up in what was going on around you, you said something you had no business saying to the person that you were speaking to. You shouldn't have gotten that comfortable, and you got too comfortable, and you said something way out of line and out of pocket. It was not, because we know what Chris has done this entire time, and because we know what Mallory has been doing this entire time, we know that she has to move in a certain way. And the fact that you have now opened up this can of worms, I don't know what Chris is going to say to you. I don't know if Chris is going to say anything to you. But the fact that you said what you said and now we have to just deal with it, this is where we're at in the book, Mallory. We're not anywhere. We're literally not anywhere. And you have now put us in a predicament. And now I see why JL Seegars gave us 400 more pages, because you opened up your big mouth. You had to go and flap your gums. You need to ball your lips up, because I can't believe you would have said that at a time like this. You really, Mallory, I was with you until I wasn't, because now I have to go stand behind Chris. Now I have to go support what Chris got going on for the next few pages, because I don't know what you're going to say to get out of this. I don't know what you could possibly say, because you said too much already. What am I supposed to do now? What am I supposed to do now? For the next 100 pages, I'm going to be hoping that we can salvage this. Mallory, I'll see you after I talk to Chris, because this is, I don't know what. Let me just jump ahead for me. See, what did you just say? All right, I gotta go. I'm back so soon. I forgot a couple of things. I forgot to let you know where we're at. We're at a 10-hour situation. And she doubled down, guys. She doubled down on what was said. She doubled down. I mean, good for her, but what does this mean for us? What does this mean for us? What is this? She doubled down. I mean, go Mal, but like, ooh, no Mal at the same time, because I mean, it's a bit tricky, isn't it? I don't really know where we go from here. Okay. Well, I think what's going to happen here, it's gonna get very dark. It's gonna get very entertaining because of this new piece of information. I think it's going to get very cardio based. I'm still not done. I heard you. I'm still gonna finish the book. I'm on chapter, I was on like the last line in the last chapter, but I'm about to start chapter 40. This book has, I feel like I look crazy. Anyway, this book has 51 chapters. I am going to end my thoughts on this book right now. No, I'm not. What do I want to say? In closing of the 24-hour challenge, because I feel like I need to have closing remarks for the 24 hours. And then I need to have closing remarks for the video. So let me do that. So for the closing remarks for the 24-hour challenge, I feel like this book did not, it didn't do, and it isn't doing all of what I thought it would do, because just like my qualms with a couple of the other books in this series, like we're dragging it. We're dragging it. It's going on for far too long at this point. Like, we are taking a long time to get somewhere. And I get that we're going through the timeline and going through the motions, and we're going on these emotional roller coasters. And I truly understand why Mal is carrying on the way she's carrying on. But for how long are we going to do that? Because you are afraid of what might happen. We understand that. What I would not be getting over, what I feel like I still am upset about, Chris, when I walked into that restaurant and you didn't know I was there, and you did what you did, and then you went and lived your life that way for years, I can't wrap my head around that to still be like, I don't know, we'll see. No, I am gonna be upset until my last days about that, because I can't get that first time back with you. Like, we'll never be able to have that experience ever, because you did it with somebody else. You did that one thing with somebody else, and I can never have that with you. And to me, that would stop me right there. That would be enough for me to be like, I don't know if I can get over this, guys. Like, yeah, I love him, love of my life. I had this future planned out with him. I don't know if I could get over that. And that's how I know that me and Mal, in a twisted way, relate. Because the should I, shouldn't I, will we, won't we, I'm still upset because I know that this is what you do. All you do is leave. All you do is get my hopes up to let me down. I truly understand that, and that is a problem. But then it's like, you have to have your community around you to remind you that, yes, those things happened. Yes, you were hurt. But can you find joy with this person outside of those hurtful moments? And something else I also think about, just with people in general, the way that you cope with things is far different from how somebody else might. So even though you might understand grief or breakups or chaotic work days, whatever it is, someone else might not manage that kind of pressure the same way. So they might not know how to respond to those things in a more communicative way. They might just be like, oh, that sucks. I'm going to need a little bit more than that. I genuinely feel like this book did not have to be 51 chapters. Sue me. 2 more chapters and I could feel as if I got what I needed. But I'm going to finish this quietly. I'm going to take a 5-minute break and come back and finish it.